Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well today. I am on a little bit later today for my video, but I wanted to come on here and share with you guys what I had planned to talk to you guys about today, which is body image statistics that will shock you. So if you guys are watching this live with me today, please say hello so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay so I can make sure to come on later and say hi to you then. And then if you guys are watching on YouTube today, or watching on Facebook, I should say, I would encourage you to head on over to YouTube when this video is done. Hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live, which is Monday to Friday around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time normally. And yeah, so where's my thing that I'm trying to get rid of here? So let me bring up my video here to make sure I can say hi to those of you that are popping in. There we go. I see my husband on there. He's at a course today. All right. So what I wanted to share with you guys today is 3 body image statistics. Actually, no, I have 4 or 5 here. And why I think it's so important that we need to realize that there is a crisis going on with how women feel about their bodies. And that is exactly why I do the work that I do in order to help them change that. So the first statistic that I wanted to share with you guys is that approximately 91% of women are unhappy with their bodies and resort to dieting to achieve their ideal body shape. So 91% of us women are unhappy with our bodies. And unfortunately, only 5% of women naturally possess the body type often portrayed in the media. So only 5% of us actually have the natural body type that is portrayed by Americans or by people in the world in social media and stuff like that, or in magazines and stuff like that. So there's not very many of us that actually naturally possess that type of body. And then my next statistic for you guys is that only 4% of women think of themselves as beautiful. So that leaves 96% of us that do not feel beautiful. And that is like a quite alarming statistic to realize that so many of us don't look at ourselves in the mirror and think of ourselves as being beautiful. So yeah, it's just crazy to me to think about all these things. And then another statistic I wanted to share with you guys is that nearly 70% of adult women report withdrawing from activities due to their body image. So that is like 3/4 of us almost are withdrawing from normal activities that we would like to enjoy because of our weight or our body image or how we feel about ourselves. So that's things like wearing a swimsuit and going to the beach. That's things like even being intimate with your partners. Like that is anything, what other activities, if you think about in your life, that you have withdrawn from because of your size or your shape or whatever. Maybe you wouldn't go down a water slide. Maybe you wouldn't go on a swing with your kids. Like there's so many different things that we as women withdraw from because of our body image. So 70% of us are withdrawing from activities that we want to probably do in our lives, but we just feel like we can't because we just feel so poorly about our body images. So it's really just so important to realize that when we think about this, that women are actually not living the lives that they want to and not living the lives that they should be living based upon how they feel about their bodies, which is a super, sad thing to think about. So that leads me to my next one, which is a study in 2004 that identified the top 25 children's videos, found that more than 2/3 of these videos linked thinness and physical attractiveness with positive personal traits like caring and kindness and all that stuff, while 75% of the videos linked obesity or people who were larger with unfavorable traits. So, that alone, thinking about like the top 25 videos that your children probably watch, the person who has the positive traits, like positive personality traits in those videos are people who are caring and kind and all those things. And then the people who, could be larger in those videos, they are always linked to unfavorable traits, like, maybe they're intelligent or unhappy or stuff like that. So that just really sets children up for thinking that the only way to be happy is to be that person who, has the thinness and the physical attractiveness. And then my last tip for you guys that I wanted to, or my last statistic that I wanted to share with you guys, is linked to children's cartoons as well, which I thought was interesting, is that in another study of popular children's cartoons, females were 4 times more likely than male characters to be depicted as underweight, and overweight characters were more likely to be portrayed as unintelligent, unhappy, compared to the underweight characters. So it's just really like, even though you can watch children's cartoons or videos and not really see the underlying messages, but there are so many messages being sent in, TV that we watch, in movies that we watch, that, these female characters in these movies and cartoons and whatever are, the thin ones, the ones who have the thinness and the physical attractiveness. Those are the ones that are the happy and the, successful and caring and kind, where, oftentimes the characters who are overweight or who are larger stature are often, looked at in these ways as unintelligent, unhappy, sad, depressed, lonely, alone, all these kind of horrible things that, really makes us think that, okay, the only way I can be happy is by doing, being that girl, which is so far from the truth. And I think that we need to realize that. So that kind of, where I'm going with all this stuff is that body image is a super important part of how we as women show up for our lives. And if we don't have our body image kind of lifted, like if we don't have a positive body image, then we aren't living life like we should. We aren't living life fully. We aren't showing up for our lives as we should. We probably don't have the confidence to be going forward and doing these things, of stepping out of comfort zones, doing things that scare us, doing things that make us feel vulnerable. If we don't have a positive body image, then we probably aren't doing any of those things. So that is why that I am doing the work that I am doing. So I wanted to just share with you guys to kind of follow up with those statistics, is that, find my little graphics here. So I have a program called the Self-Love Revolution with Martina. The wrong graphic. Where is it? There we go. And so this is my signature program that takes women through 7 key areas of my self-love at any size method that I help women with. And we work on things from our mindset to our body image, mindful eating, mindful movement, building community, our self-love, self-care, and self-esteem, and incorporating all of this into mystic and holistic approaches. And it just really helps women to transform the way that they see themselves and really start to show up for life with confidence, find self-love at any size, and just be able to be living life and chasing dreams and finding your purpose and doing all these things that, we may always think that, okay, when I lose the weight, I'll be happy and I'll be successful and I'll have all the relationships that I want. But I'm here to attest that not being true. My personal experience has been, thinking that weight loss was the answer to my happiness, only to discover that I hated myself just as much as I did 100 pounds heavier. That it didn't matter. Weight did not determine my happiness. And so when I actually figured that out for myself, that is when I started my inner healing journey that has allowed me to discover these 7 key areas that I now teach other women with, of like really starting to really do that inner healing journey and find that self-love piece for yourself at whatever size you are, and know that that is possible. Because I think so many of us don't believe that those things are possible for us if we don't have the weight loss thing figured out first, which is not true. I'm telling you that it's not true. So anyway, this program right now is 40% off. So it is at a huge discount that will not be around for very long. So if you want to be one of the founding members, becoming a self-love maven, I would encourage you to really think about investing in your inner healing and your personal development by grabbing this program while it is at 40% off, because the price will be going up to full price here in the near future. So make sure that you are really thinking about that. If you feel any kind of pulls towards, if you're struggling with your mindset, if you're struggling with who you see in the mirror, and you're struggling with negative self-talk, if you're struggling with your body image and you just really tear yourself down all the time, and if you don't have any community to help you through this, then this program is going to be just what you need. So I'm so excited to welcome you into that program. If it's something that aligns with you and resonates with you, just either you can reach out to me or follow the link that's in the description of this video, or you can just message me the word self-love, and I would love to chat to you about it more and answer any questions that you have and help you to take advantage of the 40% off price before the price goes up. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for you guys, learning about some body image statistics and how important this mission that I am on, which is helping to transform the way women see themselves and just to find that self-love at any size. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I will make sure that I come back on later and say hi to anyone that popped in, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the video then.